Championships were to be decided and personal rivalries intensified as WWE rolled into Germany for Saturday's Bash in Berlin. PLA did good to retain during his first world title defence against Randy Orton in front of his home fans. Were Rhea and Damien able to get revenge on New Judgment Day? Lots happening on this card, but we started things off with Kevin Owens against Cody Rhodes. Owens refused to capitalise on Cody's injured knee and deliver an apron powerbomb that would have won him the Undisputed Championship. Instead of celebrating his first singles title victory in 7 years, the prize fighter left Berlin Saturday without gold and questions about his killer instinct hovering overhead. The match was excellent, a back and forth between two babyfaces that neither didn't descend into formulate. Neither worked as heels, with the story focusing on whether Owens would rediscover the edge to give him the belt. There were dramatic near falls on the end, notable finishes, and crowd was red hot for everything, including the senton that Cody countered by getting his knees up and a crossroads that ended Owens' chances. A fantastic opener, the story was really good, teased the future Rowan-Sikoa match, and where is Owen fitting into this? It's all interesting, and hopefully he still has a way, because Owens has been booked pretty strongly since WrestleMania. So this is a great start. I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. Moving on into the Women's Tag Team Championship match, Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair against the Unholy Union, and Belair and Cargill regained their titles. This was a lengthy match that highlighted the women's tag division, which has received a boost creatively from Triple H and Co in recent weeks. It featured Fire and Dawn isolating Belair for the majority of the middle portion of the contest and cutting off any attempt to tag Cargill into the match. By the time the EST of WWE finally made a tag, Cargill exploded into the match, intensifying the action and up in the air. See a late save in which she pulled Belair out of the way and allowed Fire to crash into the waiting knees for her own partner, set up the finish. At this point there are more heel teams in the women's division, and the creative team must find a prospect of using Belair and Cargill across both brands of bullying. Whether this was an argument to be made keeping the belts on the Unholy Union, it's understandable why WWE made this decision here, and I'm intrigued to see where it goes. 6 out of 10. Next up in a strap match, CM Punk faced Drew McIntyre. The rivalry between these two wrote its latest chapter in a strap match, won by the former as he avenged months of tormenting at the hands of the Scottish Warrior. The best in the world accomplished the feat by absorbing tremendous punishment, delivering the GTS 4 times, retrieving the bracelet with the names of his wife and dog on it, and touching all four corners. The turnbuckle stipulation offers detriments to outmatches in WWE, forcing competitors to forego the more logical part of the finish. There were more times during this match where that was the case, but for the most part, Punk and McIntyre delivered an appropriately physical, hard-hitting match that gave the faces a much-needed victory and put an end to the bracelet storyline. Punk shined brightly with a strong performance he can build on as his return to the ring continues. McIntyre sold like a champ, and we're heading very much towards Bad Blood Hell in a Cell, which is going to be great. So 8 out of 10. Moving on into the mixed tag match, Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest against Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. Rhea and Damian avenged their shocking betrayals from SummerSlam, defeating them, all while finding F for the rest of the Judgment Day. The crowd exploded for the entry of Ripley into the match, off a hot tag from Priest, and grew even louder when she got her hands on Mysterio. The Terror Twins appeared to be en route to dominant victory later in the match, only for the rest of the Judgment Day to appear. What could have been costly for Priest and Ripley just proved to be a roadblock as the Archman dispatched the heels, setting Lamy to flatten Morgan with the Riptide and score the win. This was an expertly booked match. That hit was even quite given the fans what they wanted, and highlighted Priest and Ripley as a potential top act in WWE. If there's one negative, it kind of made the heels look foolish, but they were systematically picked apart in front of the baby faces. One would assume this story's not over, and maybe we'll get singles matches or whatever, but this is an effective showcase for both of them, and very intrigued to see where they're all going here from here on in. So 7 out of 10. Next up was a mixed tag match between Rhea Ripley and Damian Priest against Liv Morgan and Dominic Mysterio. Ripley and Priest avenged their betrayals at SummerSlam, defeating Mysterio and Morgan, with the Judgment Day also hanging around. The crowd exploded for the entry of Ripley into the match, off a hot tag from Priest, and grew even louder when she got her hands and legs on Mysterio. The Terror Twins appeared to be en route for a dominant victory late on, only for the remaining members of the Judgment Day to appear. What could have been costly for Priest and Ripley proved to be a roadblock as the Archer of Infamy dispatched the heels, setting Mummy to flatten Morgan the Riptide for the win. This was an expertly booked match that hit every story beat, gave the fans what they wanted, and highlighted Priest and Ripley's potential to be a top act in WWE. There's one negative, it's how foolish the heels looked. Despite an overwhelming numbers advantage, they were systematically piked apart in front of the baby faces, and one would assume this story's not over and we could potentially move on to long-term feuds. So I thought, for a good first match, this did exactly what was needed. I think the storyline's now going to move on. So on the whole, this was good stuff, and I'm going to give this initial bout between two teams 7 out of 10. And then Gunther took on Randy Orton, and any questions about Gunther and his reign as world champion rather aesthetically on Saturday in a grueling physical victory over Randy Orton in the main event of Bash in Berlin. The ring general absorbed a tremendous amount of pressure, beating the Viper that tested as toughness and resiliency. Late as he was dragged back into the ring by the challenger after taking big bump for the announce table Mysterio appeared as his reign would be a short one. Instead, he caught Orton with a sleeper, and despite babyface's many attempts to break free, he earned the victory. For Gunther, they showed respect, meeting for a handshake. This is a statement from both men. For Gunther, it's a declaration that he belongs in the main event. For Orton, it reminds people of his best ever status. This is an extraordinary close to the show, a brilliant match, and in front of Gunther's hometown. He did really proud here and showed how good he can be with this reign. So great stuff. And overall, Bashin Berlin gets 7 out of 10 from me. I thought, a really good pay-per-view this one. Probably not going to be remembered as the best pay-per-view of the year, but I thought, just throughout really good. Main event was brilliant, and lots of other stuff on the card as well. So can't really complain. A very strong show on the whole, and gets 7 out of 10 from me. So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.